Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. A what better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because those smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books, at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And also check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today. And for some great gift ideas year-round, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show and coming to the MikeWagnerShow.com. T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and a lot more. Makes great gift ideas. And for last minute gift ideas, they're great as well. And don't forget to check out the Me and Molson Zia store on Amazon. Check out Missing, Once, Wrinkles, and along with some T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and a lot more. Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. Check it out today. And don't forget to donate to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Also support us on Anchor FM and PayPal. And make sure you give generously today. We're here with a wonderful lady who's backed by popular demand. And boy, it's been 3 years and it is well worth the wait. And of course, she's an actress, producer, and filmmaker living in Los Angeles. And she's also taken on some poetry and also some teaching and also in a new internet series. And she's also co-starred in Malcolm in the Middle, Chicago Massacre, and Richard Sparkle. Also appeared in Free to a Good Home, and she also appeared in quite a few movies as well too. And her son also has special needs. We talked about that. And also she is one of the very few people on the planet Earth who has different eye colors. And once again, we'll cover that, but she's got some great projects and live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, backed by popular demand and well worth the wait after 3 years. The very multi-talented Katherine Norland. Katherine, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again.
Hi, Mike. It's so great to be back. I forgot how much energy you had. You're just.
Well, you know why? I think you told me to drink more coffee, and I've been reminded by your spirits that I got to have some more. So,
oh, boy, okay. Well, I have not had coffee or caffeine today. I don't think I've had caffeine in a long time. I'm trying to wean myself off of that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good point, too. Maybe I should do something like that. But it's been 3 years since you were on the show, and you're actress, poet, filmmaker living in Los Angeles. You co-starred in Malcolm in the Middle and Chicago Massacre, Richard Speck, and also starred in Free to a Good Home. And you also appeared in a number of movies like Reality Terror Night, The Pendant, On the Fringe, and more, or Fringe. You also did some voiceover work for Rick Dees, and your son has special needs. And also, you can just give a little recap about, why you have two different color eyes, and also you got some upcoming projects. And once again, just quickly tell us how you got started once again.
Okay. Well, as far as two different colored eyes thing, I had nothing to do with it. I was born that way, but so many people think like I'm faking it, that I'm trying to be different and unique. And it's actually kind of the opposite. For a long time, I tried to blend in, and I tried to my management would have me wear contacts to make my eyes match so I wouldn't be distracting. But it's interesting because everyone in my family has blue eyes. We're Scandinavian, mostly Swedish and Norwegian. And so they all have blue eyes. I don't know where the hazel one came from, but must be some genetic thing. I found out I had some distant cousin that also had two different colored eyes, but I've never met. So I don't know.
or maybe that's where you're such a uniquely talented actress, poet, and everything else, having two different color eyes. And your son has special needs. And that was just a great story you also told as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And he's doing well. He's 13 now. And when I spoke to you 3 years ago, I had just had a second baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. And so now, well, he's 3 now. So I have a 13-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Wow. Okay. And that's enough to juggle as well, too. And don't be surprised if they, come on the show as well, too, as special guests. And if you hear some crying and all that, you can say, okay, come on in. I mean, you can just be seen by over millions of people. I mean, they may be shy, but it's okay. But,
yeah.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. You're going to say something.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, but I was going to say too. And, besides being a mom and also having a son with special needs and also having, two different color eyes, and you've been an actress, a poet, and filmmaker for quite some time. And, give us a recap about your career and once again, how you got started in a nutshell.
Yeah. So I'm from Minnesota originally, and I moved to Los Angeles 20 years ago to pursue an acting career. And it was going okay for a while. And then I kind of got tired of the roles I was auditioning for. And so I started to get into more making my own films and making my own projects. And I wanted to intertwine the poetry with the filmmaking. And I started making videos based on some of my poems, kind of cinematic poetry verse stuff I call Cineverse. Which okay. It combines cinema and poetry verse. And so I've been doing that. I've got several of those coming up that I want to shoot. I've been posting them on my YouTube channel occasionally. Yeah, since when we spoke, I think I had just I had 2 books out, and now I have 3 out since we spoke. So I think you talked about Poetic Prescriptions for Pesky Problems.
Yes, that's
and
one of them. Mm-hmm.
That one. And then I did not have, I think I had done Poetic Prescriptions for Eternal Youth. And this was the 3rd one I did not have out yet. Poetic Prescriptions.
Plaguing Problems. Okay. All right. Let me see it. Poetic Prescriptions, Plaguing Problems. Okay. Oh, that is quite interesting. Tell us more about that book and give us a quick recap of your 2 previous ones.
Oh, okay. So my first book I ever did, Poetic Prescriptions for Eternal Youth, back in 2008. I was a new mom. My son had just gotten out of the neonatal intensive care unit after 118 days of fighting for his life and telling me he wouldn't survive. And I don't know, I started writing before that, but I was like, you know what? This motherhood thing may take everything from me. So it's always been my dream to publish a poetry book. So I did it when he was at home on oxygen, needing like 20 meds a day. And it was kind of a crazy time being a first-time parent and then having all these special needs, which I came to find out. But this, it's just a bunch of different inspiring poems about your faith walk and how to get over it and how to stay close to God when everything seems to be falling apart around you. Poetic Prescriptions for Eternal Youth is a memoir told through poetry, but it's what happened of how I went from self-hate to self-love by finding out what God had to say about me, because I had so much self-esteem issues. And then I thought I was ugly and hideous and fat. And then I moved to Hollywood and I'm in competition with all the most beautiful people in the world who were told, you should go to Los Angeles. You're like gorgeous. So like the inferiority I experienced sitting in audition rooms where I'm like this big, thick Minnesota beefy girl next to these size zeros. I didn't even know 0 was a size. Like I never met anyone who was size 0 in Minnesota. So when I'm here and I'm in competition with all these Barbie dolls, I like got this inferiority complex. I mean, I already had it, but it was multiplied. So that's my journey of how I came to love myself, by finding out what scriptures had to say about me rather than what other people had to say about me.
I was going to say, that's rather interesting. You said something about, having like, being in competition and everything else. Back in the day, Marilyn Monroe, when she auditioned, she was like a size 14. Nowadays it's like they tell her, do all this, do all that and everything else. And, nowadays Hollywood's looking for like, all kinds of people. So it's like the message is, it's like, why be like everybody else and being different? I think that makes it stand out more than anything else. Yeah.
The sizing has changed though. Size 14 then is not the same as size 14 now. So Marilyn Monroe probably would have been about a size 6 today in today's. They keep making the sizes of the clothing smaller so you won't feel bad about yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it seems like I've gained like 20 or 30 pounds and I'm still wearing like an 8, where really I should be, if it was old time sizing, I probably would be a 14 or 16 or bigger. So, the clothing manufacturers, they want to sell their stuff. So they keep changing the sizing so you don't feel bad about yourself.
and most of it's made in China. So,
well, that's interesting. Sometimes I order clothes from the internet made in China, and I may be like an 8 here, which is like a medium. But when I order clothes from China, I have to get double XL because
yeah. My wife does that too. It's just like, she'll order something from the net. It's like, have like, like a large, and then she's got to go like extra large. It's like, it's really tight. And then when I order clothes as well too, it's just like, I have to go one up because not only most of the stuff shrinks, but stuff's like, it's just tight on you. Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's so funny. And the final book I did, Poetic Prescriptions for Plaguing Problems, the subtitle is Biblical Remedies for When Life Bites. And I took the 10 plagues from the Old Testament and I did a whole thing on it, how it like relates to modern day stuff we're going through. So for instance, the plague of locust, I tied that into when we have issues with lust and the similarity, how locust will just eat everything in your field and there's nothing left. No, there's no crops left. And how like lust can consume your mind and your thoughts and ravage you. And so yeah, it was an interesting take. And I did a little fly paper dress, like a little cutout paper doll with.
Oh my gosh, that's rather unique, because I didn't think about having locusts associated with lust. I associate locusts as just like being out in the farms and everything else and just eating crops. What's happening today? It's like wildfires and everything else, and we normally have like corn, wheat, barley, sunflowers, and all kinds of veggies and fruits and everything, and all of a sudden locusts come in, just eat them up like crazy.
They take everything. Yep.
And then how about some of the other ones that you highlight as well too? You talked about one of the plagues, the locusts, and how about one of the other ones you wanted to highlight?
Gosh, because there's 33 poems in this book. I even talk about modern day plagues. Like I have I used the Moscow plague and riot of 1771 to talk about. Oh,
really? I like to hear that one.
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
Bridge. I talk about. Hi.
I see. Oh, looks like our special guest has come in, and hello, and tell us about our special guest.
So this is Elijah, and
hi, Elijah.
Just had him when we spoke 3 years ago. He turned 3 last month or 2 months ago, and that was a very tumultuous pregnancy. I actually almost died. I was in intensive care for like 7 days. I had put on like 100 pounds in like 6 months. Wow. Something crazy. I had the worst case of preeclampsia my doctor had ever seen in his 30 years. So my organs were shutting down. My liver and kidneys were shutting down. I was going into heart failure. Wow. They thought I was stroke. We ended up having to do emergency C-section with this one 10 weeks early. So he was premature. So I had 2 preemies. It was really hard for me because after how traumatic and the PTSD I had from the neonatal intensive care unit from the first one, I was like, this pregnancy is going to be perfect. There's going to be nothing wrong. I'm going to have this baby on time. It's going to be just like the Hallmark movies where the life.
Hallmark, yes, I remember that.
And I was imagining how when I see people on TV give birth and the doctor hands you the baby and you get to hold it, but no. Oh, thank you, sweet.
Oh, but yeah, he's actually being a good helper today. Look at that.
He's like handing me all this stuff. Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh! And do you think he can speak a little bit and at least say hi or something so we can introduce Elijah? Say hello on the Mike Wagner Show. Hello, Elijah. Hi. Hi.
Hi. Say hi, Mike.
What do you got in your hand? Can you tell us about it? Oh, it looks like a dinosaur. Oh my gosh.
It's a brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus. Wow.
And what is
T-Rex?
T-Rex. Amazing. And what are their names?
They're friends.
They're friends, he said.
Friends. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Dinosaurs as friends. I love that.
In real life, one might eat the other one, right? But in real, they're friends.
That's right. And it's good to make friends like that. Thank you, Elijah. You're amazing. I'd like to see you again.
Good job, sweetie.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And of course, where can we find your poetic presentations at, or prescriptions? I should say.
So actually, the one I talked about, the most personal one, I have a free copy that all your people can download. If anyone wants to download this for free, you can go to poeticprescriptions.com/free book, and then everyone can download this for free.
Oh, amazing.
.com/free book. But all 3 of them are on Amazon.com.
Okay. Yeah. All right, that sounds very good. And we'll talk about your internet series Darman. And also you have an online course. You also became a teacher. We'll talk about that. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether a gift of grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show over 30 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to check out the merchandise at the MikeWagnerShow.com and also on Amazon.com under the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, and a lot more. Makes great Christmas gifts. Also, check out the Me and Molson-Zia store on Amazon for great books and a lot of great merchandise. And don't forget to donate to the Mike Wagner Show generously at the MikeWagnerShow.com, also on Anchor FM, and also on PayPal. Make sure you do so today. We're here with the very multi-talented Katherine Norland here on the Mike Wagner Show, along with a special guest who's just been totally amazing. And we talked about the books, Poetic Prescriptions for Pesky Problems, and also Plaguing and Eternal Youth. You can find them on Amazon and more. And you also have an internet series called Darn Man, and you can tell us more about that.
Yeah, Darn Man is a popular series that's on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, and it's inspirational stories that help people get over issues they're facing in life, like bullying or being misunderstood, or it really teaches people how to not judge others, how not to judge a book by its cover, and really reveals that somebody's always going through something that you may not even know. So, to give people the benefit of the doubt and not judge them. And I've been in over 100 episodes.
Wow, amazing. And when did you start this?
I started in October of 2018. So I think it might have been right around the time we spoke last.
Oh, wow. So you're just getting the whole thing started. And what inspired you to start the internet series?
Well, initially, I thought it was just like a one short film that I was going to be in. I didn't even know it was a series. And then they kept asking me to come back and do more parts in different roles. And it really took off. They've now had over 22 billion views on their content collectively.
Ooh, 22 billion? Wow.
Yeah, it's very popular. It's to the point where I'm getting recognized when I go out in public, and strangers coming up to me asking, telling me they love my work on the show and wanting to take pictures with me and stuff, which I never anticipated happening.
Yeah, just like many other things. It's like, being in Reality Terror Night, the Pendant, and a lot more. People don't come up to that. And, doing voice work for Rick Dees, you might get some as well, too. But the internet series Darn Man, and you're just getting so much. And what can we expect coming up in Darn Man and others as well?
Yeah, well, they've done over 300 episodes, and they are expanding. I think I can announce this. So they have a studio in Los Angeles, and they just bought a second studio to build 25 more sets. So we went from shooting at one penthouse, basically every episode at one penthouse, to now we have the studio in Los Angeles where there's a rich house, a poor house, there's like thrift stores, there's all these stores inside, there's an airplane, courthouse, classrooms, hospitals, all that. And now the second studio is going to include like entire neighborhoods and parks, and so it's really expanding. And yeah, I see a lot of good stuff spinning off from there.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the lessons that people can learn today, like from watching? You talked about the number of problems we have, and maybe just a few more to highlight.
Yeah, so I was in one just that came out this week, and it was a real life story about a plus size ballerina who was getting mistreated and shamed, and people assuming, well, if you weigh over a certain weight, you can't be a ballerina. And so we've been doing more collaborations with people who are already like internet influencers. So that's bringing in, every time we do one of those collaborations, it's bringing in their audience too. So we're doing the first series of characters. So it's kind of like Saturday Night Live in the sense that even though it's not funny, it's inspirational. Well, some of it's a little funny, but it's what I mean by that is each time we're on an episode, we're playing completely different characters. So I like my characters all completely different. I'll do aging makeup, or I'll do different wigs, or I try to look different in all the different episodes. Where was I going with that? Just different inspirational things that teach you, how somebody isn't always, as they appear to be. They may have been through something, and you don't know what their story is. You don't know why they're in their situation. So you can't really judge them. And it's been so, people are inboxing me and telling me, if, your episode really changed my life. And I was on the brink of suicide, but then I saw this episode you did on the bridge where you were holding up the sign that said more hugs, less suicide, and just different stuff. And I see how it's people, I've had parents saying, if it wasn't for you and your episodes, that my child, they would not be thriving like they are today. So it's really reaching the heart of a lot of people, and in a way that, you can give people good advice, but sometimes when you see it play out in a short film cinematic story, it's easier to get the message across, especially to young people.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a very good point as well, too. I was thinking about the whole thing with plus size ballerinas, and I did see that on the internet, and I watched that and went, I mean, they're a lot better than some of the ballerinas, currently out there, and they make moves that really outdo the current ballerinas, even like, size 0, size 1, and they do moves that just blow people away, and they try those moves and they fail. And I look at them like, oh my gosh, that's something.
Yeah. It's been amazing. And a lot of people, we recently shot, I wasn't in this episode, but they recently shot the story of Big Boy, the radio guy. Mm-hmm. And just telling people's backstories. I think people are hungry. When you feel ostracized and you feel left out, you think nobody can understand what you're going through. And then when we highlight, especially these real life stories, people go, wow, there is someone who knows how I feel, or there is someone who's been through what I'm going through. And it makes me want to continue to go on, because if I see Lizzie Howell thrive as a plus size ballerina, then maybe I can thrive at, seeing that. And I think that's one thing the internet has been great for, because where you used to maybe feel like no one could relate to you, now you can see runners, who only have one leg, or basketball players who are in wheelchairs. And you can feel like, there's more role models out there. There's more hope, because you can find people where before there was internet, you just felt like you were alone in whatever you were going through.
Mm-hmm. And you can only find that in newspapers as well, too. And of course, sometimes social media can also shame people that, you're not perfect and all that. It seems like they strive for perfection too much. But then when you also need to reach out, and you're right, that is a segment out there that I've had people on who experienced PTSD, learning disabilities, and also having a number of tumors as well, too. And I was on with a guy who was born with a cleft palate and proceeded to play 11 seasons in football, including my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I mean, he's trying to be a better player than most of the guys out there making millions of dollars. Yes.
That's amazing. I love that. And I think people need to see that. It unites people and makes you feel like you're not alone.
And just like Elijah, he doesn't feel alone right now with his friends too. So he's teaching him something. So
Dinosaur friends. That's right.
that's so amazing. Where can we find Darman at and all your works at?
So my work in the Darman series, you can look up DHARMANN on YouTube. He's got a channel there and a behind the scenes channel. So if you want to get to know the actors and the antics that happen on set, there's also that. He's also showing these episodes on Facebook and TikTok.
Oh my gosh, that's something. We'll check that out too. And also we just got word that Katherine is an online teacher. We'll talk more about that. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson Zia Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. We'll be back with the multi-talented Katherine Norland after this timeout. This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with a multi-talented actress, poet, filmmaker, and also now online teacher, Katherine Norland, here on the Mike Wagner Show. It's great to catch up with her after 3 years and just made some amazing progress, including a popular internet series we talked about and quite a few books and the Poetic prescriptions. And you also became a teacher as well, too, with some online courses called You Are Worthy. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, so that was actually born out of this memoir of my journey from self-hate to self-love. The more I started interacting with my fans on Facebook, the more I could see people had these unworthiness issues. They felt like they didn't measure up. And they're, like you said, sometimes you feel like you're not perfect when you compare yourself to all these gorgeous, muscular, handsome people on the internet. Or
they can have it.
Right. And you know what? People on the internet sometimes are only posting their most best moments. They're not posting necessarily real life.
Or going back 20, 30, 40 years ago, and all of a sudden you look like, really?
Yeah, that's the thing too. People posting photos of them from 10, 20 years ago, acting like it's what they are now. Mm-hmm. Really coming to terms with the You Are Worthy course I put together, and it's going to be launching in September. I had this goal that after people took the You Are Worthy course, it's really meant for people who need to be able to see themselves and love themselves the way God does, so they have the courage and the confidence to go after their dreams. And when they're done taking the course, I walk people through what it's like to not even be able to stand their sight in the mirror, to being confident enough to be able to walk into any room, no matter how much important people are in the room, or what their status is, where you can walk into any room and you feel confident in who you are and that you belong. And it's really showing them their worthiness as found through God.
That's interesting too. And also I think about the whole You Are Worthy thing. What else does it cover besides presentation, looks, and everything? And what else does it cover?
Oh,
whoops. Oh, okay, go ahead. And what else does You Are Worthy cover?
So it talks about the purpose that you were made for, and why you're God's favorite creation. I go through how fixing the outside won't help an inside problem. And we go deep in pulling out the slivers that are actually causing you to not feel good about yourself, to not like yourself. I talk about how I talk about how we can separate who we actually are from this old dust bucket we live in, because so many people think, well, what I see in the mirror is me. They don't realize they have the spirit that lives inside them. That's who they truly are, that one day they're going to drop this earth suit and they're going to go, the real them is going to go. So it's being able to realize I can work on the real me, even if this earth suit I'm living in is falling apart. I go deep in level 2. I go deep on transformation and how you can't serve two masters. And that's the difference between like the flesh and the spirit, and how to do that soul surgery you need to get rid of the junk that's weighing you down. I talk about how even if you don't deserve it, you're still worthy. So many people are like, but I did this bad in my life. I have these regrets. I know I'm not worthy. And I talk about why they still are, even if they've made these mistakes. And I go through the how God gave us his authority and his dominion and godlike abilities and the power to create and a moral compass, and what makes us different than every other thing he created, and how we don't have to crawl on the ground like a lowly worm, but we can walk through this life with confidence and power, knowing we're made on purpose for a purpose. And then for those people that find themselves stuck in being a people pleaser, I rip that whole thing apart of how to be a God pleaser, not a people pleaser, how it's not selfish to love yourself and do things for yourself, to have some self-stewardship, and lessons on how you're just as important as others and why, how we don't have to be people's doormat and be stepped on. So people are going to walk out of there really feeling, the Bible says, don't think higher of yourself than you ought to, but that doesn't mean that you're just scraps on the floor, to be swept away. So it's just really finding the proper perspective in who you are and being okay with yourself for all the things you are and all the things you're not.
That is rather interesting. I'm going to have to check out that course. And where can people find You Are Worthy at, and how do they enroll?
Yeah, so right now I'm having $100 off if people pre-order it, but you can go to KatherineNorland.com, and then you click on the button that says courses, and that'll be the pre-order special.
That's very amazing. We encourage everybody to do that. We're here with actress, filmmaker, poet, and teacher Katherine Norland here on the Mike Wagner Show. Just a few more minutes. We'd love to have you back on, and also bring your special guests on and friends. You're always amazing. It's been great after 3 years. And what else can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Katherine?
So last time I talked to you, I had just completed a feature film and we were looking for distribution. I star in this film and I was producer and executive producer. Cannibal Corpse Killers now has distribution. It didn't
finally. Woo! Congratulations.
Wow, for these little indie films. So this can be picked up. I know Halloween's coming up, so it's a zombie movie. This can be picked up at Walmart. We also got distribution on Google Play, Tubi, iTunes, Redbox, online, Amazon Prime, Xbox, PlayStation, YouTube, Fandango Now, and lots of home streaming services as well. So I'm very excited about that because this was like several years of labor of love into this movie.
Oh, that's amazing. And tell us more about that once again, since you brought it up.
Yeah. So, let's see, Dread Central gave us a quote, highly recommended for any fan of post-apocalyptic stuff, gore films, and zombie films. So in a decaying America, 20 years after an apocalyptic event, Pike leads a team of people through the wasteland to the town of Jawbone in hopes of finding shelter and to confront the evil magistrate. But it goes so much deeper. So the magistrate, he kind of made a pact with the devil, and he did this blood sacrifice that opened up this portal to hell. So demons have been reanimating corpses and coming to life. So it's not a virus. It's not a viral infection. It's literally demons reanimating these corpses. So, and they can take on any form they want. So if you don't have, like, if your eyes aren't covered, if you don't have your goggles on, they can portray themselves as people you love, your family members. So you're
interesting.
And they can then kill you and feast on you to keep their rotting corpses going. It's a lot of fun. I did like 4 fight scenes in this movie. A lot of cool characters, a lot of different kind of zombies than maybe you've seen. Each like zombie had its own unique personality. It wasn't just like a herd of nondescript zombies. A lot of really.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And they try to eat me, I just simply say, hey, I'm not kosher. So
there you go. I'm sure there's some kosher zombies. Probably not, but it's a good.
And where can we find Cannibal Corpse Killer at?
So this is available in the Walmart, in select Walmart stores, Google Play, Tubi, iTunes, Amazon Prime, Xbox, YouTube, Fandango Now, places like that.
We certainly will check those out. And what else can we expect from you besides the release of Cannibal Corpse Killers? And what are some other projects you got, coming up in 2021 and beyond, especially going to 2022, which is like, coming up pretty fast.
No, it's coming so fast. I'm going to release my 4th poetry book. It's tentatively titled Poetic Prescriptions for Demolishing Depression and Heading Toward. A lot of people I've been talking to dealing with depression, and I used to be depressed, and it's kind of the journey I took to get out of depression and how to find happiness. So that will be coming hopefully by the end of this year. Next year, I'm hoping to get into directing my first feature film.
Oh, nice.
So there's into that, preparing for this film. I've been looking for a couple of years for scripts to be my directorial debut. I found one, and now it's just putting the stuff together to raise money to make that happen. So I'm not at liberty to say what the title of the movie is yet, but it will be inspirational sports faith-based movie about
That's interesting. Make sure you keep us up to date on that. And once again, we're with Katherine Norland here on the Mike Wagner Show. Great to have you on. Very big thank you for your time. And let's not make it 3 years we got on, or even 4. Let's have you back on very soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, where can people purchase or check out your works?
Yes, I would love for you to find me on YouTube. I put out 4 videos a week, and it's just under my name, Katherine Norland. Same with Instagram. I'm on Instagram, Katherine Norland, and KatherineNorland.com. And if you're a Facebook person, then it's Kat Norland, K-A-T.
We certainly will check that out. Once again, Katherine, a very big thank you for your time. As always, you've been absolutely amazing and well worth the wait. Looking forward to having you again very soon. Keep us up to date, and definitely have you back. And don't forget to keep in touch. As always, you've always been terrific.
Thank you so much, Mike. Pleasure.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.